Hey guys, we're back again. The big 440 4K guaranteed started here. And then we got a 220 deep stack we're going to play. 253 entrants in this. Probably going to get to up to about 1,000 or so, maybe 1,200. So pretty good prizes. Top prize is $716, so pretty good. Hopefully we can get it. And yeah, 124 big blinds in this one, so we're sitting pretty in the 10K guarantee. And 1,600 entrants. We're down to 1,280. It's been running for a half hour. And this one, we took a pretty bad beat there with pocket nines. Buddy called my large 3-bet with 10-3 suited, and yeah, I couldn't assign like threes in his 3-bet out of position calling range. Really, you can't really give a player credit for having a 3 in that spot. Like, so I figured I was good, and we got it all in, and I think it came like 3-5-3 or something like that, and yeah, we got it all in, and I lost, so I'm getting a little bit shorter in this one. I just lost another tournament. I lost another $4 $330, I think it was, with 5-8 suited on a flop, 8 ace with 2 clubs. Maybe it was a little bit of a loose. Maybe it was a little bit loose what I did there. I don't know. I didn't think that they had an ace because there was a limped pot. Because it was a limped pot, and the players that I was playing with were playing like 52 11s, and nobody raised with I figured aces would be in the raising range, so I didn't think they'd have an ace. I figured my 8 would be okay, or maybe they had a club draw, so I call, or I rejam, and yeah, it just didn't go so good. All right, bottom pair, or middle pair, sorry. They make it 300 to go. Pot is 1,000. I shove. It's a good check shove spot. Yeah, we're just getting punished today. We're just getting punished. Just happened to have a queen there. I had 18 big blinds there. Do you guys think that was a good shove? Like, check shove? I think it was. I was going to pick up 1,000 chips, and they're only going to have a queen 15% of the time. And they're probably betting their entire range there. Probably betting their entire range. So, I don't know. Plus, it was a pair of 8s. If it was a pair of jacks plus, I probably would have just check called, because then I don't have as many cards to worry about coming off in the turn. That's going to be bad for me, right? But with a pair of 8s, you kind of have to check shove because there's so many bad cards that can come on the turn with it. And like a 9, a 10, a jack, a queen, a king, an ace. Well, a queen wouldn't be bad, but you know what I'm saying. Queen actually be a good card for us, but anyway, then we just got punished there. 10-3 suited, cracked our 9s, which is kind of ridiculous that guy called a large 3-bet out of position with 10-3. But that's what he did, so anyway, 220 deep stacks is going to be starting here in 5 minutes, and with these two, that'll be it for tonight for me. I'm done. That's enough for me. We got 19th place in forget what it was. Yeah, we got 19th place there, which is pretty good, but not good enough. And pocket nines, we lost with pocket nines. It's actually kind of unbelievable that the big blind called there with king jack offsuit when the under the gun player already raised, and then I rejam. But somehow he got down to the final 19 players. I have no idea how, but he did. A lot of luck, I guess. That's why he flopped a straight. Or he got a straight on the river, I mean. So Yeah, but he's probably down. He's probably down a couple $1,000 on here, guaranteed. Either that or he just deposited and it's doing exceptionally well. Running super good, because, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, because I'm not... King Jack off doesn't really beat anything that I am rejamming there, so... Because I'm not even rejamming King Jack offsuit. Maybe King Queen. Ace Jack. But not King Jack, or not King 10, or King 9, or Queen Jack. So, yeah, like every hand that I'm doing this with, yeah, I have him dominated. But I guess he didn't look at it that way, so we lost 19th place. And we just got a bad river. If that river was a 3, we would have probably been about 5th place with 18 players remaining and ready to start punishing the table and take down the tournament. But didn't get there, so we got to try again. Yeah, view stats. There's my graph. I played, it says 60, but that's wrong. There, 74 tournaments. There we go. So I bought in $241 worth of tourneys, and I'm down $60. So yeah, the last couple of sessions I've actually done quite bad. So just a pretty good downward spiral we've been going on here. And this was, yeah, well, you know, it only takes one, right? And then we're way back up here, but it only takes one, and then we're up like $1,000. So, like of these, this one I win, I'm up $600 US. This one I win, I'm up $600 and some US. So, oh, this one's a bounty. So yeah, this is like almost, this is probably almost $2,000. So, just gotta keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Don't give up, because you're not gonna win every tournament. You just got to accept that. You got to like just not give up and be persistent and play your best game that you possibly can, and eventually it's going to pay off. And I did play $241 worth of tournaments and only lost $60, so that's actually pretty good for reducing my variance. I'm not down $241 like I lost every single one, right? So definitely reducing my variance there. Investing $240 to try to get first place. And only losing 60 because I've won $180. So it's definitely helped the variance. I haven't hit a single final table in these 74 games too, so that's worth mentioning. I got a 10th place, but I made a combo draw and I lost. So sucked. Another pot. If I had gone that one, I would have had a 35 big blind stack and on the final table, so probably in like 5th place. But I was 47% against a jack. I figured it out, 47%. So, and I had 15, 16 bigs, so I had to go with it. I wish I had it on film so you guys could see, but I didn't get it. All right, and the last game of the night is this one. 220 deep stacks, 3K guaranteed. I love these deep stack tournaments, to be honest. They're awesome. I like them because there's so much play in them, and it definitely favors skill over luck. And I generally get pretty deep in them, to be honest. Yeah, $537 top prize, so it's something worth playing for. That would put me well above winning in winning terms. All right, we can fold that. Anyway, these are my last 3 of the night. It's 8 o'clock at night here, and I'm just done for the night. I think I played about 10, 11 tournaments and cashed in 2 of them. One almost final tabled it. Get 19th place, that's pretty close. My 9s had held there, I would have had about a $300,000 stack. And the average stack was probably about $160 16,000. No, probably a little more than that, like 140. So I would have been about 100,000 over average, something like that, with 18 players remaining. And a very, like, there was some very bad players on the table. There was a couple good ones, but there was a couple very bad players on the table. So, like, it probably would have been pretty easy to slide into the money, like, into the final table money anyway. Didn't really win any bounties in it, though. Somehow I got to 19th place out of 1,100 players without winning a single bounty. I don't know how that happens, but it's true. And King 4 offsuit is a fold. Really want to avoid those reverse implied odd spots when you have 123 big blinds. We're looking for spots to win small pots. Or lose small pots and win big pots, not lose big pots and win small pots. So that's what's going to happen with King 4 offsuit there. Either win a small pot or lose a big one. And this is a fold. Queen 4 is a fold. I got 15 hands on this guy already. We must have played for a little bit together. He's playing a 7 and 7, so it's a pretty tight player. And that just goes to show that he's playing quite frequently. It could just be a coincidence, but he's probably kind of a regular at these levels if I got stats on him, because there's probably like a few 100,000 at least players, 500,000 players playing on PokerStars at these levels at least. I'm not even sure what the number would be, but probably a lot. So I got $103 left. Will I get my bankroll up without having to deposit? That is the question. Hopefully tonight I can do it. Just trying to keep a positive mental attitude and play the best that I can. And eventually, well, I've been getting my money in good most of the time, so there's that. And, you know, I made a pretty thin call there with A7 with an open-end straight draw and an overcard, and just didn't work out for me there because I got kings versus aces. Here's a spot where if I had 40 or 50 big blinds, I would open, but I'd fold with the stack. And we got a guy min-raising under the gun with a 6-7, so this could be this could very likely be a pocket pair, small pocket pair. I think this is the type of play I'd make maybe with a small pocket pair. Ooh, 6-8 suited. We got an opener, 100 big blinds, and he's relatively tight. Okay, I call. And this one's too early a position. Yeah, this is the type of hands you want to be playing in position when you're stacked like this, not King 4 offsuit out of position. Because if I hit this flop, I'm going to win a lot of money, especially my implied odds goes up when this guy's a real tight, playing fairly tight because his early position range is going to be a lot of big cards, like good cards. So if I hit a flush, I'm going to make a good amount of money off him a lot of the time, right? As opposed to loose aggressive players that are going to abandon their hand when they don't hit very often. So we got a gut shot straight draw and a flush draw. I'm calling that. I think my implied odds are good enough to call. Don't get it though. They say it's a fold. Ace 2 suited is a fold, I think. All right, well, that wasn't the card we wanted, so we're going to get out of the way. But if right now, he's just priced himself in for me to jam and take a stack, so I think it was a good call. Like, my direct odds weren't, but my direct odds weren't there, but my implied odds, I think I would have won a big pot if I had a hit there. I fold. King Jack off is very easily dominated. I'm probably going to be playing out of position with it, and we have 100 plus big blinds, so I'll just leave it be. We can look for better spots than that. All in. Repping an 8. It's kind of a weird way to play an 8, though. Oh, we got a big pot here. Buddy 3-bet on the button. Oh, we saved some money there by not getting involved. On fucking real, he says. Somebody's getting cranky. That's why you raise, buddy. If you raise, then he probably wouldn't have called with an 8 a lot of the time. 9-10 suited is a good hand. Yeah, I was reading in Don Tarrington's book, though, that against a 20% opening range with 9-10, actually 8-9 has more equity than 9-10 because a 20% opening range has a lot more good 10s in the range, but as opposed to 8-9, because there's hardly any 8s and 9s in the 20% opening range is range. So that was kind of cool. All right, 2-3 is a fold. Ooh, big raise. So now we got to get out of the way. This guy's playing fairly aggressive. It's a pretty hand, too. I was hoping I'd see a flop with it. But, you know, I would have made top pair, but do I know if it's good? This guy's barreling off like a maniac, so I don't know. He's playing it like he has an overpair, but I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, 6-7. Called with 6-7. Wow. Good call, though. Like, I understand why he did it. This guy's playing maniac. He was playing like a maniac. But yeah, I think I would have thought about it a little longer than he did. All right, this is a board that I'm going to be 3-betting very frequently, or C-betting very frequently, so I'm just going to bet small. On the turn, I could check back for pot control, but I got the top kicker, so I think I'm going to continue betting and trying to get value. I have top pair, top kicker. If I had king jack, I probably would have checked back for pot control. But I'm trying to get value from a worse queen than queen jack, which is very likely my opponent has. Okay, the odds are too good to fold that, even though I'm probably going to check fold the flop. Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 6. I call. I'm not going to fold. So essentially my opponent put out like a blocking bet there. It worked for him because I can't raise. Good blocking bet on his part. I'm gonna put a note on him. It's good to know. If I see that again, I'll probably raise. See if we can fold. And 6-9 off is a fold as well. Pocket nines. We got a guy, a 32-18 raising under the gun, and we're deep stacked, so we're just going to call. I'd have to have like 30 big blinds or less to 3-bet there, I would think. All right, so that's a pretty poor flop for 9. I think we're just going to get out of the way. We'll never know. Oh, okay. 6-3 off is a fold. All right, 6-8 suited. I raise. This is a pretty good hand, like with such deep stacks to try to win a big pot. Fold 4-2 off. Yeah, we got some action on this table. We're on a very crazy table, but I think this might break the table and we're moving if these guys start calling off. Here's another spot where trying to build a pot is a good idea. It's suited connector. Ooh, well that's pretty crazy. Call. Well, that ace might slow him down a little bit here. Call. 4 of a kind. Okay, so we know he doesn't have a 4. I'm going to raise to the pot. Hopefully he has a ace. It's going to be pretty hard to fold an ace on this board. So, but he mocked it. He must have not had an ace. You were just set money. I'm done with the hand. It's too coordinated to be betting. Plus, these opponents are letting us see free cards, and if we do see a 3, we're probably going to win a big pot. So, what does he have? 8-9? Oh, I made a 9 on the river. That's going to happen, but like really, I don't think that betting there is really going to do anything but bad things. So, we made 4 4s. I don't think I've made 4 of a kind on PokerStars since I started on here, and I played about 7,000 or 8,000 hands, to be honest. Well, not that many yet. I think about 5 or 6. This here is another reverse implied odds hand when you're this deep. You're beat by King 10, Ace 10, Queen 10, Ace Jack, King Jack, Queen Jack. Like there's just so many combinations that beat us. So another win a small pot or lose a big one type hand. Because I have to call down with top pair and it's not going to be fun. I am fairly surprised that this guy got away from my 4 of a kind. Like, I wonder what he was betting with there. I think he was repping the 4 is what it was, but on the river, when the third 4 comes, just give up because there's no way I'm going to believe they have a 4. Like, I'm calling probably with king high there. Oh, there's a good percentage of the time that I might call with king high. I don't know what he was trying to rep here. Like, the flush draw missed. Donk bet, maybe he had a 3. That would make a little bit of sense. I think a 3 would have made a little bit of sense, but it was played very poorly. Because he should have checked with a 3. I'd bet. He can call, turn as an ace. He'd check again. I check it back for pot control. And on the river, he checks, and then I bet, and then he folds. So he's saving money playing it that way. But I don't know. He just pretty much handed me 600 extra chips on the river by donk betting there. All right, Queen 10 suited. I'm going to raise that. And it works out. This is unusual. Here we're going to see a free flop with Queen 5. Okay. Backdoor flush draw and an overcard. Something good. Not good enough to bet, though, I don't think. Into this amount of opponents. I think I'm just going to fold. A little bit too large. If you bet like 100, I probably would call, but... Alright, pocket twos. I open all pocket pairs from all positions this deep. Because the rewards of getting a set is just so good. Alright, 8-9 is another one we can open. Queen 4 off. Fold that. Starting to get used to this suited connector under the gun stuff. Like, these suited connectors are really good, actually, and it gives you better board coverage when you're raising these under the gun. So, like, if we hit a big hand, it's going to be very disguised, because our opponents are going to put us on high cards, especially when we're playing on the tighter side, usually. And that type of board is one that would connect very well with our range. So, we're going to bet this board very often. So, I'm just going to put out like 240. This is the type of board that we're always going to be betting. So, we're going to bet smaller because we're betting with less often. Or the more often we're betting, the smaller we bet. And the less often we bet, the larger we bet, right? So, that's why I put out that small bet size. It connected very well with my range, and we had an open-ended straight draw, even though the queen would have been a kind of a tough card to play at. We probably wouldn't want a big pot with the hand, because there's also bigger flushes out there possible, or straights. Okay, jack 3 off, we can fold. So it worked out pretty good for us. We won 500 chips. We're going to fold. So far, just slowly accumulating chips in these tournaments, which is what you want to be doing. You don't want to be going. You don't need to win them all right away. Just slowly accumulate your chips in plus EV situations. So yeah, you guys, if you guys want to comment and let me know what you think, I'd be really happy to hear some feedback about my game here. And if you need me to review your session, like, I'll take a look at it. I got nothing better to do. I'm just sitting at home doing nothing, so. Yeah, I'm just finishing up Harrington on Modern Tournament Poker. I'm just on the last. I'm playing The River. I think I just finished playing The River, that chapter, part 6. And now I'm moving on to some other stuff. I forget what it was. But yeah, I'm going to start that. Probably tomorrow I'll start reading again. I've been just taking notes throughout the whole book. And I think I fold. I don't need to get involved. This is kind of like a spot where, like, raising, I could get 4-bet or 3-bet. So, like, I'm just going to call. Try to get a flush. So I don't need this guy coming over the top for 1,000, then I gotta fold. Suited aces are excellent when you're this deep for trying to find a flush, because you're going to win a ton of money. And this is another spot we're so deep stacked we don't want to 3-bet and get 4-bet and have to fold, because we can't continue with ace-jack. Alright, you guys take her down. Alright, so this is a pretty nice board. We'll check to the raiser. Or no, who raised? This guy raised, did he? I can't remember now. Alright, now, probably going to bet small. Something that somebody can call a queen. I want somebody to be able to call with a queen here. Or a 10. But they fold, so that sucks. Ace 10 is a fold here. Queen jack suited. I'm going to make it 2.5x. Queen jack off, I would fold here. But queen jack suited has a little bit more potential to make a big hand that I can stack somebody with. So, and flush draw, and this is a board that connects very well with our opponent's perceived calling range, and we're not going to be betting at a very high frequency, so we're going to make large bet. 2/3. It's kind of interesting to think that way. But yeah, that's how you play, I guess. That's what I've learned, anyway. Okay, 10-9 off is a fold. 10-9 suited, I'd open. Pocket kings. And this guy just calls, eh? He is 100 and oh. Oh, okay, we just moved to this table. So these guys have no idea about what our playing style is. So that's good. Because they might think that we're playing just... We are playing pretty aggressive, a 33-20 actually. We're playing very aggressively so far. Make it the size of the pot. All right, Jack 10 is a fold. I am very surprised that everybody folded. I figured I'd get one caller, but you want a small pot, I guess. Usually in the early levels of these tournaments, when you make it the size pot size raise, like you get called quite frequently. So I'm surprised that they were willing to fold there. Okay, King Jack off is a fold. King Jack suited, I would open. Ace 5 suited. Okay. I think this is an open. We can make a straight, we can make a flush. It's a little bit loose, but we're getting to that type of stack now that we can start opening shit like this. And we miss. Swing and a miss. Very coordinated board, too. Well, pretty coordinated. Not too bad. 9 pairs on the turn. I'm just going to continue my story. Actually, I'm going to put a small bet and get myself odds for the flush draw because I'm calling a bet. And it gives us another way to win the hand as well, right? So now I'm giving myself 3-1, which is the correct odds I need to call just about. Okay. This is suited. I have to call. Check. Pretty much have to call any suited hand when you're this deep. Yeah, buddy, you can take her down now. Congratulations. Thank you for giving me 3-1 on the turn. Oh, geez Louise. Yeah, I fold. I'm not getting involved. Fold. It's very likely that this opponent has an ace. What was my note on him again? Yeah, that was actually pretty well played, but he doesn't raise. So he's not a good player, but it was a pretty decent move on the river. I like the blocking bet. Ten 8 off is a fold. King 3 off, we can fold that. I'd probably open King 7 off suit. Plus there. King 7 might even be a little bit loose, to be honest. King 9, probably definitely be an open, but this deep stacked, like you really don't have to make anything happen right away, right? You're so deep stacked that you can just kind of look for premium situations. And I might even fold King 7 offsuit there. This is a fold. This is the largest tournament that we played today, money-wise. We're almost halfway through the pack, too, which is excellent. And we haven't even had to take a race, so that's why there's so much money in these. We haven't even had to get into a race. And we've already lost 1,000 players. That's $4,000. Probably half of it was pissed away. So that's $2,000 that was added to this prize pool by people who have no idea what they're doing. You know? Zero information, zero knowledge about what they're doing. That's $2,000. So it's time consuming getting that money, but and as soon as I get a decent stack, I'm out of this level. But all right, we got a backdoor straight draw and a flush draw. I'm probably just gonna check. And call any bet. Here we got a call, but it sucks. Yeah, and that is not what we were looking for. Very coordinated middle card board. So here I'm calling like any bet below the size of the pot. If somebody makes it like 1,500, I'll probably fold. But like this, I can call. Let's let the run out get a little bit more coordinated and allow our opponents to catch something. All right, that wasn't the card we needed. Check. And we can fold that. So what do you put $100 out with? I guess a 2 could... No, he's under the gun, so I'm going to discount a 2 from his range. So it's probably some kind of weak jack or a 3. Maybe. I don't know. Or a flush draw. I'm not even sure. I don't understand why you put out 100. Maybe it was just like a stab. You know what? It probably was just a total stab with nothing. That's probably what it was. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he doesn't have anything. Maybe a couple Broadway cards. Queen 4 off is a little bit weak. 100 again. I think I fold. We're going to have a hard time realizing our equity when the club comes, and now we could be drawing dead. So, and he's betting over the pod, so let's get rid of it. I don't know why you overbet there. Like, if he had made a reasonable bet, I would have called, but... Alright, we can fold that. We can fold Queen 8 offsuit. If it's suited, I'm opening. And we can fold this. We can fold that. $15,000 chips. Jeez, what's going on here? There's some big hands out there. 10, 5, 8, 9 queens. Jeez. All right. It's playing bingo, I guess. I never understood why people want to play like that, because I don't know, losing in the long run just doesn't sound like a fun proposition to me. Like, it just doesn't sound, it sounds depressing, to be honest. Okay, so this guy's raising with a fairly tight range, and I got a suited one gapper, so I think this is going to be a call to try to flop something really good, so then I can stack this guy, or essentially double up. That was a very good flop for 6-7-5 suited. But we don't want to turn our hand face up here, and it's going to be difficult not to, you know? Because we are in the big blind, so they're not going to be discounting a 5 from our range. All right, nobody bets. Now I have to bet. We got to draw a couple draws out now, so. Huh, nobody had a king, I guess. All right, these need to be played very carefully at 120 big blinds. I got pocket nines, though. That's a pretty damn good hand. The small blind versus the big blind. And an overpair. And an overpair as well. And he has something. Huh. Must have put me on some kind of ace. Must have been calling me down with like an 8 or a 4 or something like that. And my bet on the river just looked like I had something. I don't know. I did have something, but that ace wasn't very good for me. But gotta continue value betting. Like, I guess you'd say that that's a thin value bet. You know. This guy's playing a 10 and 10. Ugh. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna call, but I don't like it. I gotta be very careful with this hand. Queen, king, queen. Actually, it could be folded here, to be honest, but could be folded. It's only 10 hands I got on him too, right? So you got to take that into consideration. You could have just got trash for a bunch of hands. That's all. Six, seven. It's a little too weak. Plus, we're getting down to that stack where suited connectors aren't as valuable anymore because we can't win as much. Fold that. We won a pretty decent pot with pocket nines. This guy just didn't believe that we had anything, that's all. Which is understandable. It's blind be blind. All right, fold 8-5 offsuit. Oh, it's pretty gross. Queen 3 is a fold. Looks like people are still registering because a minute ago we had like the same amount of people in it. Or less, actually. So. Did we start with 3,000 chips in these or 5,000? Yeah, I guess conceivably you could register to it and give it a shot still. Like, I don't know. When I'm gonna have like 30 big blinds or less, I usually don't, because it's just kind of gambling at that point. Like, I'd like to see as many hands as possible in the early stages to have this big an edge as I can. Fold King 8 offsuit. This is quite the hand. Pocket sixes are good enough, I guess. I guess he was right. I guess he was right, but I can't say I would make that call. This guy is shoveling 9-5 suited, which is stupid as hell. This person's been 3-betting a lot. Started this one with 669, so still got a ways to go, and I'm definitely a bigger stack. Because average would be like 6,600. Yeah, we're doing quite well on this one, which is good. Hopefully it stays that way and we can final table. Okay, well here we obviously have to get out of the way. Huh. 1190. So a very large raise. That pot commits this player. Jack 3 suited to fold. Could have been like ace king. Ooh. Okay, 10 and 5 over 21 hands. Against the usual opponent, I probably would have raised there, re-raised, but against a 10 and 5 over 21 hands, that's raising an under the gun raiser, or just, yeah, they have something really good. Queen Jack's a fold here. That's why HUD pays off. Because, yeah, if that was anybody else, I probably would have 3-bet. There's my queen. Let's see. What did he have? He could have had pocket kings. Like, pocket kings is well in his range. What did he have here? Really? King 9. Holy, I didn't think. It's probably one of the very little 3-betted hands that he has. That Ace Queen's going to beat. I didn't think he'd have many bluffs in his range there. But King Jack had me beat there, so until the river, obviously. But we don't know that. This is really stupid because I probably was going to c-bet this board and now I'm going to fold. I was going to put out 1/3 pot, but they decided I'm going to save this guy a c-bet and just bet myself. All right, make it 500 to go. So we got Ace Queen off, pocket tens, and now Ace Jack. Not going so good with these good hands. This guy's limping in 61% of the time over a pretty large sample, so I'm definitely ahead of his range. He shoves, I'm probably calling, to be honest. All right, now I fold. I want to bet on the smaller side to allow him to continue in the hand. It's harder for my opponent to have something when I have top pair, when it's an ace. Okay, I think this is just a call, actually. Wow, what a flop. It's going to be really hard for my opponents to have anything on this. Like, I guess let them draw to a flush. It'd be nice if one of them got a flush or a straight. Probably go ahead and just bet large. Oh my God, I got the absolute nuts. And he's doing this. So we're going with it. What would be the actual nuts? I think I do have the nuts. Yeah, I do have the nuts. I got 3 aces and 2 kings. So yeah, I have the nuts. There is no better hand. He had a straight. Ha ha ha. That was an idiotic move with a straight. Like, there's so many combos that beat you, and you just decide to blast it with fucking Jack 10 offsuit when anybody could have a full house or a flush. Okay, we have implied odds to call here and look for a set. And ace-3 king would have been nice. But can't get so lucky. We just made a full house. Can't complain. I'm just kind of picking out on that guy. straight, 100 plus big blinds. I meant to make plus, but I'll know what I mean. Previous all in with a straight on, and ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, king of diamonds, queen of diamonds. Overvalues. Yeah, I can't get there again, so that kind of sucks, but I know what I mean. That's good enough. Fold. Yep, let's open shove 62 big blinds. I have such a short stack, I gotta start shoving at 62 big blinds. That's totally correct, for sure. Should be shoving like any ace here, any pocket pair, queen 2, queen 3 suited. Okay. Yeah. Raise. With the intention of calling this guy's shove. Ugh. He's pretty fucking tight, though. I don't know. There's no shove stacks. Okay, there's 1, 2, 2. 2 shove stacks. So, like... Okay. I gotta call 624, so I'm getting 3 to 1. So, 600 chips. I don't have the implied odds to call. I need at least 20 to 1 on stacks to call with the pocket pair out of position. I got a pretty good hand here. I should have bet. I screwed up. That was a screw up. Should have bet. Now I'll bet. I got an open and a straight draw, for fuck's sakes, and I didn't bet. Like, that's pretty dumb. I definitely should have bet the flop. I wasn't thinking. Well, it's fine. I'll recover. Queen 5. This guy's super tight. He's playing very tight. Okay, I fold. We don't need to get involved with a guy that tight. Alright, I check. 10-8. Okay. Thanks. I guess he just wanted to give me a little more of a stack. Okay, we'll call here. Could have shoved it, but I don't think it was that good of a play, to be honest, shoving here. I don't know. If somebody raised, yes, but when it's just limped, with that many limpers, somebody's going to call. We're just going to be even money. Kings. Aces is my favorite hand, but kings is my second favorite hand. Come on, shove. Shove, shove, shove. You know you want to. Raise. Jeez, nobody wants to play today. And fold here. Probably want to raise big while there's no overcards to his pair. If he has a pair of 4s and he's doing this with it, then I want to get the money in before the board gets scarier for him. But I guess he didn't have anything, so. Don't know what you donk bet with there. Like, probably a pair of 3s. A lot of these players like to do these retarded donk bets with like middle and bottom pair, and it's really not a good idea without some kind of backdoor equity. And yeah, it's just not a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video. I'll be back after the break. Actually, I'm going to stop